Okay. What's up, YouTube? Daniel here, and I'm back. I believe this is episode 19 of the Life Update series. Let's just deal with the obvious thing here first. The goal, as I had put it out there, was to put a video out every week this year. And I've been silent for, I think, 3 weeks now. Breaking that silence this week, hopefully with more than just this video as well. It's just been busy, and I'll save the excuses. But what I will say is that I still want to, I think there's like 54 or 52 weeks in a year. And I still want to put out as many videos as there are weeks in this year. So I'll have a bit of catching up to do, but I still want to kind of push myself. And I always set goals that are a little bit too high and obnoxious, and I just like chasing after them. And even if I fall a bit short, still really good progress made and stuff. So I'm okay with that. Anyways, I'm gonna try to keep today a little bit shorter, as I always say. But yeah, I'm gonna really try to keep it, under 10 minutes, so it's actually watchable. I'll do the timestamps as usual, so you guys can jump to different sections and whatnot. But thank you for sticking with me and joining me for this video again. And hopefully, it's a good one. We'll make sure it is. And yeah, let's jump in. So starting off, classic agenda, of course. We'll start with monthly gratitude. And I say monthly, I think it's been more like a month and a half or almost 2 months since doing one of these life update videos. But anyways, what I've been grateful for lately, I would say, is supportive friends. I have a lot of good friends in my life, and I'm very lucky for that. And sometimes when you meet up with a friend, whether it's someone you see often or someone you haven't seen in a while, I just find that that's such a healthy thing to do, and especially harder and less of that happening during the pandemic. But the other day I met up with a fellow YouTuber, shout out John. We had such an inspiring conversation, just kind of got each other going and, get the creative juices flowing, sharing knowledge. It had been a while since we caught up and stuff. So, those kind of interactions are just so valuable. And I would just, I just wanted to kind of highlight that and say that's something I'm really grateful for, is that I have these relationships, and that, I guess reemphasize the importance of going out and talking to people, whether that's on a Zoom call or meeting up for a beer or whatever that looks like for you. Just a lot of value in those experiences. So I would say grateful for that. Grateful for running. I've been back into running lately. I got some sick new shoes actually. And made the investment of those. And I've been running a few times a week again. I think, I'll say it now, I think I want to do another marathon this year at some point. I'm not sure when. It'll take me a while to train back up for that and stuff. And I think that's in the cards for this year again. So yeah, that'll be cool. And then restrictions easing. So that's another thing I'm grateful for as well. And hopefully it kind of continues to go that direction. Even just, the announcement, at least here in BC and in Vancouver, of being able to hang out with friends outdoors again in small groups. That's super nice. And I think that, again, as I just talked about friends and seeing friends and having those interactions being so important, I think that's really nice that we have that back. And let's just, hope that, things kind of trend in that direction still, and we get to keep that. But that's just, something I'm grateful for, and I'm looking forward to some outside barbecues and bonfires and things of that nature. So lots to be grateful for. Those are some of the top things in my mind that, are just kind of been awesome for me lately. Moving on. Updates and what did I accomplish? There's been a lot. It's been like a month and a half. Again, a month and a half, 2 months, I'm not really sure. Lots has happened. So, most notably finished eight client projects. So that's been huge. The business is growing, I would say. I'm starting to get a little bit busier, which has been awesome. Mostly on the video production side, a little bit of photography stuff as well. But I'm really enjoying this video production aspect right now, and I've had a couple really cool projects recently. And I'd love to show some of the quick clips maybe right now. And as that's going, basically, worked with some cool companies like Trifecta Rehab, the Fashion Design Academy, Snow Cleared, who else? Enjoyer 24, podcast. A wide variety of different projects I've been really stoked to work on. And I'm getting better just kind of bringing them in, facilitating them, doing a good job. and wrapping them up and getting the invoices out. So that's been really great to see that business growing after somewhat of a slow start to the year, and obviously I talked about a slow end to last year. I feel like really things are turning around, so that's been really exciting for me. Next, this is a big one. I just landed a new retainer client. So every month, helping on the social media, digital marketing, digital strategy, and content creation aspects of this business on the Sunshine Coast. They're called Salish Soils, and maybe I'll roll some footage here as well of them. They're a really cool, impactful business. They basically deal with all the waste in the Sunshine Coast. They take it in and they turn it into new value-added products. So, really helping the circular economy aspect on the Sunshine Coast, turning waste into things that people can reuse again, whether it's soil or mulches and other kinds of things like that. So, really cool client. I'm excited to be working with them, and we're off to a good start so far, and have some really cool plans for some content we're going to create together over the next, every month basically. So, really stoked about that, and it's a bigger deal for me. So I really able to spend the time on it and really get dive into it and do some really cool work with them. So huge kind of game changer for my business, and really brings me up every month in a big way. That's been really cool. Really grateful for that to have happened. Right now, 2 open proposals as well. So, one of which those I think is going to land today, probably, fingers crossed. It's another big video production and photography, product photography specifically, gig. And I feel really good about it. We've been pitching it for the last month or so. And I think today I'm going to get the email this afternoon, today or tomorrow. So excited about that. We'll keep things rolling. Other thing is I'm back into posting on the Van City Instagram channel, so just at Van City. Me and Valerian, shout out. We've been, just kind of tag teaming some posts there and stuff. And, it's been a while since I've been involved in that business and that project. So it feels good to be back in there. And even just, after posting a few times and kind of seeing the community and people react to what you're posting and having those small conversations with just random kind of locals, kind of reminded me of why I started that in the first place with Joel and Val and the kind of initial team, and Heather, who now runs a big chunk of it as well. But it really kind of reminded me about our mission with that company or that community page, and it's really it was to bring the community closer together and to facilitate just opportunities for others, like-minded people, to kind of network with each other and build each other up. So just a lot of positivity and networking and community building involved in that project, and that's something that I want to be closer to and probably still do something with in the future. And I don't know what that looks like as we try to grow the business in the future, but I do know that it's already a big Instagram page. There's a lot of potential with it, and I think that over time we'll start to kind of refine that and figure out some moves there. So even just me being in there posting a little bit, it kind of gets me closer to the project, and I can start to see where I can have an impact and how we can improve and do things and work together to create something really special. So that's been kind of cool to see that moving forward again. Next we have, I finally posted to my own Instagram again. It had been I think almost 2 months, and I went through this kind of phase of just not wanting to even open the app for a while. I find so much of what I see on Instagram is just so, I don't want to dive too deep into this because I don't have my thoughts properly articulated, but I just, it's a lot of, I find Instagram can be a waste of time, straight up. I just think that you can get lost in there for too long. And even if you're, posting every day, but you're kind of, just adding more noise to an already very noisy digital world. I just have this, thought that I think that content needs to be more meaningful and provide value in some way, or maybe not. I could be totally wrong, and maybe I'm just overthinking it and come up with excuses to justify my inaction. That's very possible as well. But I guess what I want to do with my personal social media, and again, this is just my viewpoints and my thoughts. I want to be somebody that tries to inspire and to empower people and to move good conversations forward, to raise awareness for certain things that I'm passionate about, all that good stuff. And not everything has to be, not all of that has to happen in every post. I get it. It's also a chance just to express your creativity and and go out and use your camera and post cool things that you're excited about. And there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, that's all the power to you. And I think it's really healthy to be exercising your creativity in that way. I just think that, at the end of the day, when you're scrolling through and you're seeing the same thing on your feed, but a different variant of it, that starts to become very, I don't know. For me, it felt kind of, again, just like a waste of time, and like it was distracting from real things in my life, like building my relationships with friends and with my fiance and my family. It distracted from growing my business and servicing my clients in the best way I possibly can. There's obviously great things on social media, like learning and all that stuff too, and networking and collaborating. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that that I've been missing, or that I haven't been missing out on all these great things. And I guess I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I'm back anyways on Instagram. I want to be here with a purpose to really kind of do something interesting and to create content that I'm really excited about and that I think adds to important conversations. And maybe not. Maybe some of it's just going to look cool and is that creative expression piece, and there's nothing wrong with that. Again, so anyways, clearly I got some thoughts going on about that still, and I have mixed feelings about Instagram and TikTok and all these things, but there's ways to do it to really make it your own and to add value to yourself, but of course to the people that are watching you as well. So I'll leave it there. I'm glad to be back on Instagram, bottom line, and I've definitely missed out on a lot of content and cool things over the past few months, but I'm back. All right, that was a long ramble. So much for keeping this one short. Where are we here? So that was Instagram. Oh, and last thing, Lisa and I did our engagement shoot, which was really, really fun. Shout out Koyo Photography for the amazing job they did on that. I'm definitely gonna put up a few images here and we'll share some shots. But yeah, that was amazing, and I'm really glad that we were able to do that, and just so stoked on how it turned out. So yeah, those are my updates. Lessons learned. Small projects can lead to bigger projects. It seems obvious, and sometimes I say no to smaller things, and that's good too. But sometimes, like lately, or not so much like lately, but in the past month or past 2 months, there's been a few projects that I've taken that are, they've been really small, but they were a good chance to learn how to do things better, how to be faster at what I do, and they were a chance to deepen relationships with new business connections, and that has turned into more business. Those relationships, whether they keep sending me business and they start to grow with budgets over time, or they introduce me to their friend or their colleague or whoever else that ends up hiring me, it just generates more business and stuff. So there's been a few instances that have happened somewhat lately that they've led to smaller projects have led to bigger opportunities and stuff. So that's been great, just kind of recognizing the importance of yes, saying no to the right things, but also saying yes to some things when you have the capacity to do so, and then really looking at how you can extract other value than just budget or monetary value out of a project. So just thought I would kind of share that realization I've had again. And then back into networking, it's been really helpful. Yeah, and I kind of talked about that in the monthly gratitude section already, so I won't cover that too much. But again, I've had some few interactions lately that have been really fruitful and just really great opportunities to meet up with folks and inspire each other and kind of be there for each other. So just kind of learning the power of networking, which kind of went away during this pandemic, or a lot of it shifted to new things. A lot of it happened on Instagram probably. Things like that. But yeah, just those in-person or even just those one-on-one conversations, whether Zoom or in person, I think those have been super helpful to me. So that's been great. Wins. I would say I'm becoming a much faster editor, which is really obviously helpful for not just YouTube, for myself, but for client projects. And like I said, kind of maybe a minute ago, I've taken on some smaller projects as well over the past few months, and those are projects that you can't spend days or weeks on. Otherwise, you're going to be making, if you do the math after, you're going to be making very low per hour. What was I talking about again? becoming a faster editor. That's really kind of forced me to, I don't have an option but to edit this project today. It's gonna get done today, so I'm gonna figure out a way to do it. I'm not gonna procrastinate, and I'm going to, maybe watch some videos ahead of time or whatever and learn about what are some new editing techniques, and that's exactly what I've been doing, is just trying to get faster at editing and continually teaching myself Premiere and other programs to just be more speedy with the work I'm getting out there. So that's been really, really helpful, and I feel like I'm becoming more of a creator and more of an efficient creator, which means you can put more stuff out as well, which in turn turns into more results and so on and so forth. So that's been really kind of encouraging. Next is getting good feedback on work. So I've been faster, but I've also been getting some great feedback on the work I've been putting out there lately. And so much so that I'm gathering a few client testimonials right now. I'm going to add that to my website very shortly. That's been really cool. And it always feels really good to have your creative work be looked at by a client and them getting really excited. Even an email that just says "wow" or like "I love this" or things like that. That's just so encouraging, and it really kind of builds confidence. And then that confidence comes through in other things that you do as well. So that's been a big win. And then lastly, this is a personal one. I'm just over 2 weeks actually. Just over 2 weeks into a gluten-free and dairy-free diet. Shout out Lisa for supporting me on this and helping me through this journey. I love gluten and I love dairy. So it's not easy always, but I already feel a lot better, and I'm mainly doing this because I want to reduce inflammation in my body, and inflammation shows up in my skin in certain areas through psoriasis, and it's really, really annoying, and I want to get rid of it, and I will do anything to do that. So we're going to try this diet for 3 months, see how it goes, and then kind of reevaluate from that point. So wish me luck on that. Lastly, current challenges. The only challenge notable right now that I would say is YouTube. YouTube takes me so much freaking time. I'm stoked to be back in front of the camera today. I wasn't prior to shooting this, but as I'm going through it, I feel like I'm firing myself up right now. It's great, and I've collaborated with a few other creators lately that they've been putting out consistent content, and it's been really inspiring me to kind of get back on top of my grind. So right after I film this, I'm gonna start filming my next video, which is just off to the right here, and we're gonna keep the content flowing. Just the balance, an influx of client work has really led to a challenge when it comes to trying to keep up with my own content, which always kind of follows by the wayside because clients come first for me, and that's who I am at the moment. I'm a content creator for hire before I am a YouTuber. And at some point I want to reverse that, but I'm not there yet. And that's gonna take a considerable amount of time and effort on a few different fronts. So anyways, in the meantime, I need to just figure out this balance and make videos that are realistic to make within a week, or make a few at a time in tandem, and be kind of chipping away at it more often than just 1 or 2 days a week, because I feel like these things take time, and it's going to be more. I can't just start a video on Friday and have it done by Sunday. Generally speaking, something like this is a lot easier to do, but any of the other videos that I've been putting out, as I'm sure you've seen, they're much more intricate, and they involve multiple shoot days sometimes, and or digging through tons of footage in a Dropbox archive that's quite large. So these things take time, and I want to tell good, meaningful stories and really provide value and do great stuff here on YouTube. So striking the balance of those things is the challenge, and I love the challenge. So we're gonna figure it out. Boom, that's it. It's probably like 30 minutes, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, stick around. There's tons more to come. And like I said, I'm gonna go start filming my next video right off to the side right now, which will be out fairly soon. It's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna give no spoilers, but it's gonna be dope. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace and love.